How did a young boy rise from the grimy streets of Brooklyn to become the youngest heavyweight boxing champion of the world, only to descend into a whirlwind of controversy? This is the paradox that is Mike Tyson. A prodigious talent, Tyson was a force of nature in the boxing ring, his fists like lightning. He ascended to fame with a blistering pace that left the world in awe. At the tender age of 20, he was crowned the youngest heavyweight champion, a record that still stands today. But as with any meteoric rise, the fall was equally dramatic. Tyson's personal life was riddled with controversy. His marriage to actress Robin Givens was a flashpoint, marked by accusations of violence and tumultuous public squabbles. The media latched onto these stories, painting a picture of a man who, despite his success in the ring, was battling inner demons. But this was just the beginning of Tyson's turbulent journey. Can you imagine being at the top of the world and then, in a blink, you're behind bars? In the early 90s, Mike Tyson, a name synonymous with boxing greatness, experienced a shocking fall from grace. 1992 was a year that would forever change the trajectory of Tyson's career. It was the year Tyson was convicted of rape, a crime that sent shockwaves through the boxing community and the world at large. Following a high-profile trial, Tyson was sentenced to 6 years in prison, of which he served 3. This incarceration marked a significant turning point in his career. Gone were the days of Tyson being revered as the unbeatable world champion. Instead, he was now a convicted felon, and his public image took a severe hit. The impact of this event was monumental. Tyson's conviction stained his reputation, and his once untouchable status in the boxing world was abruptly ended. The world watched as one of boxing's brightest stars fell from grace, his career seemingly in ruins. Yet, it's important to remember that Tyson was more than just a boxer. He was a man who experienced a profound personal crisis. His fall from grace was not just about a tarnished career, it was about a human being facing the consequences of his actions. Tyson's reputation was in tatters, but he was far from finished. This marked a new chapter in Tyson's life, one filled with redemption and resilience, but that's a story for another time. What could possibly lead a man to bite off another man's ear in the middle of a boxing match, you might ask? The answer lies in the tumultuous world of boxing. Back in the year 1997, Mike Tyson, a name synonymous with power and aggression, stepped into the ring with Evander Holyfield for a match that would go down in boxing history. But not for the punches thrown or the skill exhibited, but for an act so shocking it left the world in stunned silence. In the heat of the third round, Tyson did the unthinkable. He bit off a piece of Holyfield's ear, a move that was far from any boxing manual. The act was shocking, unexpected, and bizarre. The crowd gasped, commentators stuttered, and Holyfield recoiled in pain and disbelief. The aftermath was a whirlwind of shock and outrage. Tyson was temporarily suspended from boxing, a blow that further tarnished his already controversial image. The world questioned his mental stability, his sportsmanship, and his place in the boxing world. The bite was more than an act of aggression. It was a bite that shook the foundation of the sport. The incident cemented Tyson's reputation as boxing's bad boy, but also highlighted the intense pressure and volatility inherent in the sport. This is perhaps the most shocking and unforgettable moment in Tyson's career, but it was far from his last. How does one recover from such a fall from grace? And what does it say about the man, the sport, and the society that watched it all unfold? After the infamous Holyfield incident, Tyson's life seemed to spiral out of control. His financial troubles became public knowledge, and the once indomitable titan of the boxing world was now fighting an entirely different kind of battle. Yet Tyson refused to be counted out. He retired from boxing, leaving behind a legacy that was as controversial as it was impressive. But he didn't fade away. Instead, he stepped onto a new stage, literally. His one-man Broadway show was a surprising hit, and his appearances in popular films showcased a different, softer side to the man who was once the most feared boxer on the planet. Tyson's story, controversial as it may be, serves as a stark reminder of the highs and lows of fame, the brutal world of boxing, and the human capacity for resilience and redemption.